And so we are doing this a few days earlier, but 1000 Year Blood War Round 15 is back, and of course we're here to talk about it. As always, 1000 Year Blood War 15 still holds up exceptionally well, and it's scheduled to come back June 13th, so less than 3 days away. And because we are recording this earlier than the official announcement, I don't know how long the banner will be available for, but it will most likely last between a week to 10 days. And while the banner is out, some notable dates to know of. When the banner releases, we get the announcement of the mid-month banner. That is notable because that will actually be our last mid-month banner till the 8th anniversary. Of course, on the 23rd of June, we are going to be getting our first sign of the 8th anniversary with the first initial teaser trailer, giving us a little hint at who the characters might be. And of course, the renewed version of Ichigo with Tensa and also Isshin are also scheduled to come back later this month, although we don't know the exact date of when that will happen. So there's a lot of big banners coming back and a lot of things to look forward to, so it ultimately comes down to you on where you want to spend your orbs. Having said that though, let's talk about the banner characters and of course also the fillers. The main reason why you would be summoning on this banner is 1000 Year Blood War Yamamoto, especially after episode 6, which finally saw Yamamoto's Bankai animated. In this case, this Yama still lives up to the hype that episode brought, as he is still the best power character in the game, with a great set of strong attacks, weakening and burn on every single attack, and when you do inflict a stat augment, you're doing 80% more damage from the fact that you can do 40% more damage to burned enemies and 40% more damage to weakened enemies, from the additional 50% because you are applying weakening, and he also does get an SP boost by 80% once you do inflict a stat augment. This character is all about inflicting stat augments, and when he does, he is going to doing a ridiculous amount of damage. But what's most important about this particular character is his soul bomb damage, with bombardment allowing his soul bomb to hit upwards to 8 times, weakening, and also the SP boost. This character is the hardest hitting soul bomb in the entire game, and if you are someone that potentially gets this character max transcended, it is worth actually using sources onto this character. You're able to tackle the hard difficulty guild quests by yourself and just claim with your soul bomb. This character is able to easily beat most of the guild quests he wants to be used in, the ranged and melee holo guild quests, and of course also the Quincy guild quests, and just solo it with his soul bomb 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5. If you get him max transcended though, then you can take him into other guild quests where he doesn't even have killer. That's how powerful his soul bomb is, and that's why he's one of the most sought after characters in the game. But Yamamoto overall just makes for a very solid and fun to play character, great in guild quests, great in epic raids, great in IT, IZ, can even use him in Brave battles, and of course also arena. If you still don't have him, he's still a great character to pick up. As for our second character, we have Yuhan, still to this day the best Brave battle character. And the reason for that is because he has a ridiculously high damage output, with Flurry plus 2, takes less damage under 50%, and also every time an enemy or an ally gets defeated, he then gets an additional 20% normal attack damage. So if Yuhan is able to stay alive till the end of the game and his allies or enemies die, he just gets stronger and stronger as the game goes on. He does have built-in counters, any SP character really, or of course the Beyond Bankai version of Sajin, but Yuhan can still hold up in almost every single Brave battle team because he can be the team's booster, providing your entire team with a 43% attack, focus, and also defense increase. He's a great character in Brave battles that can even be used outside of Brave battles since he does have guard break, he makes for a decently good auto character, but most importantly, you can use him in any weaker guild quest because once more he's providing your team with a 43% attack and focus increase. That's important, and I still use this character in weeks where he's not really supposed to be used in, but in the Captain Guild quest, he's an exceptional character for that. He's one of the few Brave battle characters that have held up significantly well over the last year, and is still really good even outside of Brave battles. Then we have Eisen. We made a video about him earlier last month, talking about how Caleb haven't really evolved NAD characters as the years gone by. And it's due to that reason that Eisen is still the best normal attack damage character in the game. If you're an Eisen fan or you just love playing with normal attack damage characters, get a different change of pace when compared to SP characters, this Eisen is probably the best character you could ask for. With a really fun to play strong attack hit, cool looking NAD strings, this character can hit really hard. And the reason for that is because he can apply weakening, has an increased chance to do so, and that's important because when you do inflict a stat augment, you then get an 80% stat boost to your attack stat. That in combination with the fact that his SA2 is a boost and also barrier move, he makes for a great fun to play NAD character and still the best normal attack damage character in the game. If you like that type of character, and if you're a fan of Eisen, this character of course is still worth picking up. But those are the main 3 banner characters. Now let's talk about the fillers. And as always, when it comes to 1000 Year Blood War banners, the main reason why you would be summoning is of course to get the 3 banner characters. The fillers are just more so collectible items. You're not really going to use them on a day-to-day basis. And for the most part, if you pull someone new, it's mainly just orbs to go back in on another banner. These characters can be used, but they definitely are outdated limited, and that might lead you to not using them that much unless you just want to have a bit of fun, which is perfectly fine. And in this case, Uryu is a technique character with the Sorpa kill ability, and his whole thing is that he wants to be inflicted by status summons. Just like his Shrift, he reflects status summons back to the enemies. He was actually the first character in the game to introduce this mechanic, and that's basically the only special thing about him, which to be fair, nowadays isn't even all that special. In his case though, he has good strong attacks, low damage output though, can be used, but that ultimately comes down to you. Drugum is actually aged exceptionally well here, mainly because the way the Brave Battle meta has gone. There are a lot of SP characters in Brave Battles, and a power character like Drugum that does have invincibility can still find a place to be used in that particular meta. He is essentially at this point designed to go against SP characters, and can also be used to go against any technique character in the meta, that being Kuriyashiki and also Oko. Damage output is definitely lacking compared to the new Brave Battle characters, but he can still be used, especially if you do get dupes to this particular character. Basby is a speed character with the Aranka kill ability, and mainly only wants to be used when up against power attribute Arankas. The main reason for that is because he does have an increased chance to inflict his status summons, that being burn, to those particular enemies. Again, once more, good strong attack here. Damage output definitely is lacking, ultimately comes down to you if you want to actually use him. Mayuri is a hot Sorpa killer. Damage output and range is definitely lacking on this particular character, not even having a full screen strong attack free. Has some fun visuals, has a really cool soul bomb, but really isn't going to offer much on your particular account. Same goes for Nemu. While she does have still good range thanks to her 20% havoc, damage output is on the lower side as she only has a 20% berserker, and unfortunately she herself can't inflict any star summons, but she still makes for a decently fun character if you are a Nemu fan, for example. And then Toshiro, a mind character with the Aranka kill ability, getting very similar to someone like Mayuri, decent damage output, decent range in the strong attacks, nothing super amazing, but definitely can be used. And that's basically the entire banner in a nutshell. The main reason why you would be summoning on this banner is the three main banner characters, Yuhan, Yamamoto, and also Eisen. And the other 6 characters are kind of a bit repetitive at this point. We do see them quite a lot on 1000 Year Blood War banners, unfortunately, and you might already have them. If you don't, you definitely will get them sometime in the future, because Caleb loved to put these characters as fillers. The banner format is going to be the usual format. Step 1 is free, so it's definitely recommended you do the first step for free. You could potentially walk away with the banner character in your free multi. But step 6, 11, 16, and 21 will be discounted at 150 orbs, and step 2, 7, 12, 17, and 22 will be discounted at 200 orbs. Every 5th step, of course, does guarantee you a featured character. So when it comes to going in on a 1000 Year Blood War banner, you always have to have the understanding that you're only going to be going for the 3 main banner characters. Unfortunately, the fillers here don't offer much value, but the 3 main banner characters, if you do actually get them, offer a lot of value. And while I do think the upcoming 8th anniversary will probably give us characters that are better than these 3, it still doesn't change the fact that these characters are still some of the best in the attributes, best in their class, and a better character existing doesn't mean these characters are bad. They still go through content exceptionally well and are still super fun to play with. These 3 are some of my most used characters in the game. As already mentioned, Eisen is still the best NAD character, one of the best technique characters in the game. Yuhan is still the best Brave Battle character in the game and can be used in multiple weeks of Guild Quest as a team booster. And then Yamamoto, still the best power character in the game, can be used in multiple weeks of Guild Quest and easily able to get a super fast play time thanks to his soul bomb damage output. And if you invest into this character enough, of course you can even use him in Guild Quest where he's not really supposed to be used in. So the choice of summoning on this banner ultimately comes down to you. You do have to understand the 8th anniversary is coming in almost 2 months time, so any orb spent here is less orb spent there. But even having said that, if you still walk away with any of the 3 characters on your screen, it's definitely going to be worth it, because these characters you will be using and are still some of the best characters Brave Souls has to offer. So in the comments below, let me know if you plan to summon on this particular banner. If you do, good luck, hopefully you get what you want, and I'll see you lads next time. Take care and peace.